Hey there, test taker. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into the secret world of Desmos, a powerful graphing calculator that could be your secret weapon for acing the SAT math section. Desmos isn't just for graphing, it's a problem-solving wizard. Whether you're dealing with linear equations, quadratic functions, or complex algebraic expressions, Desmos has your back. Say goodbye to tedious calculations and hello to elegant solutions. Now, here's the juicy part. Most students know the basics, but today, we're unveiling a secret use, one that's largely unknown. Buckle up, because this could be the game changer you've been waiting for. Picture this, you're in the middle of an SAT math question, racing against the clock. Desmos swoops in, streamlining your steps, catching errors, and guiding you to the right answer. It's like having a math-savvy sidekick who whispers, "Trust me, I got this." In today's video, we'll tackle two beasts, linear equations and quadratic functions. We'll share a Desmos hack and leave you with that "why didn't I know this before" moment. Stick around, you won't want to miss it. If you're ready to boost your SAT math score, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Trust me, Desmos is about to become your secret weapon. Let's dive in.
The first problem we look at is a linear equation word problem. So this one says the profit of a shoe manufacturer is linearly related to the number of shoes it can sell. If it makes $140 in profits for selling 6 shoes and $410 in profits for selling 12 shoes, which of the following equations shows the relationship between profits and number of shoes sold? Okay, now this could get confusing, but the thing to note here is we are looking for a line, right? All of these answers are a line between P and S. This is a linear relationship problem, right? It says that the two things are linearly related. Okay, and incidentally, we have 2 points that are given. For 6 shoes, I have $140 in profit, so that's 1 point. And for 12 shoes, I have $410 in profit, so that's my second point. And somehow the line is going to pass through both of these points. So Desmos gives us a quick way of doing this. Okay, let's quickly go to Desmos, type in table, and put in these values. So 6 and 140 and 12 and 410. Okay, now we need to figure out what is the line or the straight line that passes through this. So we write a line something like this, y1. Instead of equal, just put this symbol which is on the top left of your keyboard in a slope intercept format. So mx1 plus b. Okay, so if you notice, it has given me the value of m and b, right? And just make sure that the r square value is 1. That is that this line is exactly going through these 2 points. If that happens, then the r square will be 1. You don't need to worry too much of what this is unless you are aware of statistics. Just ignore it, but just make sure r square is 1. Then you have the equation of the line. Y is equal to 45x minus 130. Okay, so let's go back and put this in. Y is equal to 45x minus 130. So y here is profits, because that is what is changing with shoes, and x is shoes. So 45s minus 130. If you see, C is the equation that we are looking for. So we didn't have to go through any difficult calculations. The Desmos straight away gave us the answer. The second problem we look at is a quadratic function. Now this is even more complex. It says a quadratic function f has a vertex at 3, 8. It passes through the point 4, 20. In the xy plane, the y coordinate of this quadratic function f is 116. If g of x is equal to f of x minus 4, what is the value of g3? Right, so very complex question. It hasn't given me what is f, it's just told me that it's a quadratic function, and then we have to do a transformation and then find a value of that transformation for the value 3, right? But instead of trying to solve for this quadratic function either using the vertex form or the standard form, what we have are 3 points. Now let's just write down those points first. So I obviously know there is a vertex which is 3, 8. I know another point which is 4, 20. And I know a third point. How is that? The y coordinate is given. So the y, for the y coordinate, x is always going to be 0. So the third point that I know is 116. Now with these 3 points, I would be able to draw the quadratic function, right? Let's try it. Let's bring Desmos up. Okay, let me again go to table, put in these values: 3, 8, 4, 20, 0 and 116. If you notice, these points also start appearing, right? But that's not what we want right away. What we want is to figure out what the quadratic function is. So the same thing, y1 followed by this sign, which is basically almost equal to. Then let's write the quadratic equation in a standard format. So ax1 square plus bx1 plus c. Okay, if you notice again, I have got a quadratic function that's passing through each of these 3 points. R square is 1 and the parameters are 12, minus 72 and 116. Okay, 12, minus 72 and 116. So I now know that my equation f of x is 12 x square okay. We can also just write it back on the Desmos itself. Function of x equals 12 x square minus 72x plus 116. Okay, so I have my function of x. I'm going to remove these. Notice that the graph didn't change, so this is what we had found. And we need gx is defined as f of x minus 4, right? So gx, whenever you do this, it basically becomes a graph that is shifted 4 units to the right. Even if you don't know that, doesn't matter. Just type in g3. The answer is 200. Okay, so we didn't need to know any of it. We straight away got the answer. G of 3 is 200. Let's go back and check the options. Also note that if you had to solve this question from scratch, you would have had to do a lot of calculations to figure out what the quadratic function is, then what is gx, and then calculate g3. With Desmos, you saved all of that time. It could have taken well over 3, 4, 5 minutes, and you can literally solve this in just 1 minute flat.